What's up, America? I'm Danny T. Welcome to the show. There's a lot of info going around with surrounding the Epstein files. Uh, we got a lot to talk about today. I'm going to go over everything from the oversight meeting that happened the other day. We're going to talk about the future of the Clintons and what's awaiting them. Some new and old conspiracies have come to light since the Epstein file drop. I'm going to go through a giant list of names, names you really aren't hearing, getting blasted out all over the place right now. I'm going to take some time at the end of the video. If you want to stick around after the title screen, I am giving you a warning, like a little trigger warning. Um, I normally don't do that, but it's pretty bad. I don't feel comfortable reading them myself, but I do think it would be good to take a look at it and see from the point of view of the victim some of what these girls went through. So there's about 20 pages out of a journal. All the info, everything I'm going to be posting up here today is all straight from the DOJ drop from the Epstein files. I do want to say before we get started, just because someone is accused or a name pops up in here, it does not mean that they are guilty of anything. All of this is just accusations. But hopefully this all leads to a trial, and maybe we will get some guilty people out of this. But as I've said, for right now, this is all just allegations. But let's get started. The other day, there was an oversight meeting. The Clintons were supposed to show up. They did not. They ended up ghosting them. They took a vote. The Clintons have 2 weeks to show up, or it's not going to be a civil case anymore. They will be hit with criminal charges, which means jail time, high fines, things of that nature are going to happen. So that being said, Hillary Clinton, her oversight meeting is going to be on February 26th. Bill Clinton will be February 27th. So I'll be interested to see if they show up and what happens with that. That's not the only thing they talked about, though. If you remember, Pam Bondi said that this was the last drop that we're getting. This is all the information they want to do, and as far as they're concerned, they're done with this. We found out at the oversight meeting that so far we've only gotten about 1% of these files, and they said absolutely not. So that being said, we'll be brought in February 11th to talk to the oversight committee, and they're going to ask why it's taking so long to get the stuff out, why everything is so heavily redacted, and why we aren't really getting the information we want. I think we want client lists. We want the list. All this other stuff, you can keep the 5 million files. We want the client list. We want accountability. I think it's good that, our government seems to want the same thing at this point, which is great. But even on top of this isn't all we got from the oversight meeting. They're going to bring in Ghislaine Maxwell February 9th, and they're going to ask for any more information she has that might be helpful in getting some of these people convicted and put away. Well, let's jump right into the conspiracy theories, right? There's been a lot from even Wayfair. There's a giant Wayfair bill, so that conspiracy theory has come back. A giant invoice from FedEx. It just makes you wonder about the human trafficking. Everyone's called a conspiracy theorist. I owe a couple of my conspiracy theory friends an apology after this last drop. Also, it's really strange. The invoices that they're even in there, I guess. It may just be nothing. Might be just our imaginations running wild, but nonetheless, it's interesting that it was in there. Some of the other things is the pizza talk. Pizzagate was a thing a while ago. Now the names and the location is a little different, but I mean, if you break it down, this Epstein Island and this whole disgusting thing that he had going on, it's pretty much the same as Pizzagate. You got a bunch of elites preying on young children. I mean, there's invoices with Epstein calling himself Baal. If you don't know who Baal is, in the Old Testament, the best way to describe him in the most basic way I can is, I mean, Satan is the Antichrist. Baal would be the anti-God. Pagans worshipped him. They considered him the god of fertility and you know storms and agriculture, all these things. But pagans used to do human sacrifices and child sacrifices and stuff like that. So it's pretty strange that Epstein would use that name at all. I mean, even if you're not religious, it's not really something I think anyone wants to be associated with, right? Um, Nonetheless, I think it's hard for me to buy that Epstein worked alone. I think that there had to have been a lot more going on. I think that's one of the reasons why we're not getting everything fully out there. And then this little email popped up from Mexico. Um, Again, I don't know how legit it is, uh, the actual source, but as you can see in here, they talk about a sex trafficking ring from Mexico. Um, a judge was shot. The story behind it. There's a few names involved in this. One of them is Ken Turner. He was in Air Force. He was in the Air Force. You have Richard Marinko or Marchenko. I'm sorry. He was a founder of the SEAL Team 6, but the name I'm hearing a lot associated with this is Earl Anthony Wayne. He was a United States ambassador in Mexico. He's got long ties to the government, and I mean, he was around for a while, rubbing elbows with these people, these elites. I don't know how legit it is, but the story is that he got some underage girl pregnant, and it was attached to this case, and maybe that's why these shootings happened. Uh, Again, it might be a conspiracy theory, it might be real, but it's in the files, so why not talk about it? Again, with the conspiracy theory stuff, talking about Pizzagate, as I've said, it's not the same as what's going on here, I guess, but I mean, it's kind of the same. Elites preying on children. The word pizza pops up over 900 times, which could be a coincidence, but it's really the way it's in there. This one, may I bring your slice of pizza? Seems innocent enough. What time do you want to get pizza and grape soda? Again, maybe innocent enough, right? This one here, let's go for pizza and grape soda again. It's just weird that these are in emails too. But here's where it starts getting weirder. It's like, I want to let you know the crew really appreciated the pizza today. Thanks for letting us do that. Now that's starting to sound more like code. And then there's this one here. You can see the one person said she looks pregnant, and then the other person, Epstein, you mean radiant and a soft glow with a look of bliss. Yeah, that's the pizza. Yeah, I've never looked at my Papa John's that way. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird. Um, Again, no proof of that, just conspiracy theories, but it's kind of strange that it's in there. It's kind of strange that the whole Pizzagate thing, even though it was debunked, it was coming out around the same time, about 10 years ago, and then this happened. Kind of the same case. It also makes me feel validated that maybe Epstein wasn't it. It might be a bigger ring going on with even bigger people. Hopefully, these oversights meetings and everything going on with the Clintons, maybe we'll get more information, and maybe we can break up more of these and save some young kids out there. You know what I mean? Um, well, let's get into some of these names. Now, there was a girl, Jane Doe. I don't want to put any victims' names out there. I don't know if her name is public, but even if it was, I mean, if you want to do that research yourself, you can. I don't want to put anyone's name out there from these victims. But let's start with the names. You can see in this first one, the first one is Mr. Glickman. I'll leave these up for a second so you guys can read them. In this second one here, these are all like journal entries from the journal I'm going to be showing you later also. This is Mr. Coleman pops up in here, Joe Gibbs, Dan Snyder, right? You got this one here. She talks about the old president and Chelsea. I'm assuming that's Bill Clinton, unless there's another old president attached to someone named Chelsea. Uh, Alan Dershowitz. Another name in here is Mr. Carruthers, Mr. Islam. In this one here, you have Mr. Robert and his wife Jill. She mentions a British lady from Clearwater. Here she mentions a Rockefeller and Mr. Dana or Donna, I'm not sure. Larry Summers, Andrew, I'm assuming former Prince Andrew, because she mentions royalty. Uh, Here she mentions Mar-a-Lago. I know Trump, we're not sure if it's legit or not. I know Trump has been mentioned again. I'm not going to go either way with this yet. I want more info before I make up my mind on this. Not trying to defend anyone, but like I said, just because there's a claim doesn't mean anyone's guilty. So just want to wait a little longer on that before we start accusing anyone. Right. Also, there is Mr. Joe and Miss Ann in here. Mr. Mahdi, Mr. Robert, Mr. Sant, Mr. Ludwig, Mr. Ketchy, Mr. Mora, Mr. Goodlet, Mr. Atkins. There is a lot of names in here. This one is Mr. Leonis, Mr. Case, Mr. Snyder, the Gregorys, Mr. Colgan, and she also mentions federal workers, so that could be really anyone, right? Senator George Mitchell is in here, Mr. Kimsey. I'm sorry, I'm not doing much talking. I just want to get you guys this info, you know. This one is Miss Vicky, Fat Pig Weinstein. I wanted to say it just like that, too. I think we all know who that is. Here you have Mr. Sauerkraut Cross. You have Martin Minsky, Mr. Novak. I know for a fact Mr. Novak is he works with schools, with colleges. I want to say it was Harvard. I could be wrong on that. I don't have my notes with me for that. And then Mr. Staley. Here we have Mr. Linus and a friend, Mr. Rails, I'm sorry, Mr. Ean, Mr. Jacobson, Mr. Conway, Mr. Vladiberg, and then it says Bill S. I'm not sure who that is. I don't know if the S is just a typo. I know through some of these documents there have been just weird symbols instead of letters in places. I don't know. I think it's just a glitch in the system from what I was reading. And then here you have, she mentions AOL. You can see there, again, I don't want to read it, but you're more than welcome to read it. Mentions AOL. So AOL in 1985, Steve Case, Jim Kimsey, and Mark Serif. I think I'm reading that wrong. They co-founded Quantum Computer Services, which later became AOL, primarily because of Case. I mean, he was mentioned a few times in here. I believe it's the same one. Now, that's a lot of names to go through, and there's one more that I haven't really gone through, which I'm going to take the time to talk about right now. It's Mr. Leon Black. Now, he pops up not just in the Epstein files, but on his own. He has had several accusations against him. I don't even know how to talk about this here. So two of the girls, one of them was underage, one of them was not. One of them was about 30 years old. Again, I'm not going to put on any names. Um, they didn't know each other, but they went through the same thing, same type of violation uh, at the hands of Mr. Black. Um, he denies all charges. All of his cases have been dropped or settled out of court. Again, just because someone's name pops up on here does not make them guilty. They're just accusations. But something that you should know is that Mr. Black paid $62.5 million to the Virginia Islands or to the Virgin Islands when Epstein's little mansion got raided to give him immunity to whatever they find in there. So I'm not saying he's guilty, but it's kind of weird to pay that much money to be left alone, especially before any allegations really even popped up on him. Um, so that's what I got for you guys. This has been my little Epstein dump for you guys. A few more names out there. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys the journal entries here in a second. This isn't it. I've been reading files all week. I'll probably do another episode. I may not do it this next episode. I think I need a little Epstein break after all the things I've been reading in here. It kind of takes a toll on you. If you guys are reading yourself, make sure you're taking little breaks from all the evil stuff in here, man. That's all I got. Leave me your comments. Anything you found in these files you feel like letting me know about, let me know. If you like the things I talk about on here, America, give me a like, share, and subscribe. Remember to stick around afterwards for the 20 pages I'm about to give you guys. You can also follow me on Rumble, follow me on YouTube, and I'll see you later, America.